Good morning, students. Am I audible?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So today's topic will be indications of dialysis. Indication of dialysis. And since you people have chosen dialysis, can anyone tell me what does dialysis mean? Can anyone tell me what does dialysis mean? Anyone? Keep it faster because we have only 45 minutes. So if you know, answer, and if you don't know, say we don't know, so I can tell you. Since you people have chosen dialysis, can anyone tell me what does dialysis mean?
Ma'am, dialysis is a process used to remove fluid and uremic waste product from the body when the kidney are unable to do so.
Okay, that is correct. Anyone else? Can you make it proper? Because I'll tell you what it is. Dialysis is a treatment that filters and purify the blood with the help of a machine. Okay, you purify the blood with the help of a machine, and it also helps to keep your fluid and electrolyte balance. Okay, your fluid and electrolyte in balance. So when dialysis if your kidney does not function anymore, then it helps with the help of dialysis for those whose kidney does not function properly. Okay, this dialysis helps to remove all the excess fluid and everything from the body. Okay, so mainly that's what dialysis is. It's a treatment that filters and purify the blood using a machine. Okay, with the help of a hemodialysis machine or peritoneal dialysis, it depends. So let's start with indication of dialysis. Can anyone tell me, does anyone have any idea about what are the indications of dialysis? What does indication mean? What does indication mean? Anyone?
Acute renal failure.
Pardon?
Indications.
Yeah, what is indication? What does it actually mean? What does indication mean?
Ma'am, information.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Is it like
sign.
the signs and information of the particular sickness, you know, that you'll notice from the signs that this person is suffering from this and this person suffering from that. Okay, so that's mainly what the indication is all about. So indication of dialysis, in indications of dialysis, okay, you have acute and chronic. Okay, in indications of dialysis you have in acute and chronic. And in acute there is severe fluid overload. That's the first thing. And severe fluid overload means too much fluid in the blood. Okay, severe fluid overload is when there's too much fluid in the blood. And the second is refractory hypertension. Refractory hypertension or uncontrolled blood pressure. You can also say it that. That'll be more simple. Refractory hypertension or uncontrolled blood pressure. And then the third point will be uncontrolled hyperkalemia. Okay. And what does hyperkalemia mean? Anyone?
Ma'am, high level of potassium.
Louder, please. Can someone speak louder so I can hear?
High level of potassium.
Okay. Can everyone hear her?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
that is hyperkalemia, so uncontrolled hyperkalemia. And your next is nausea, vomiting, fever, appetite, and gastric. Okay, that's the next point. And all this will come in your notes. Okay, I'll give you the notes once this is done. And then you'll have pericarditis. What is pericarditis? Can anyone tell me what is pericarditis?
Risks of hemorrhage.
Say it very clear, say it slow and clear so everyone can hear you.
Risks of hemorrhage.
I'm not hearing you properly.
Risks of hemorrhage or hemorrhage.
Can everyone hear her? Yes, I need your response.
Yes, ma'am.
What about the rest of you? Only Samuel can hear, the rest of you cannot hear her. Or are you people asleep? Yes, Ishan, tell me what is it? What does pericarditis mean?
Ma'am, inflammation in the pericardium.
Yes, Ishan, tell me what does pericarditis mean?
Inflammation in the pericardium.
Yes or no? Ishan? What about the Biajit? Answer me, what does pericarditis mean?
Ma'am, inflammation of pericardium.
Inflammation of the?
Yes, ma'am.
Inflammation of the what?
Pericardium.
Yes, it's the inflammation of the pericardium. Okay, everyone, did everyone get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And your next is severe metabolic acidosis. What does severe metabolic acidosis mean? Does anyone know? Severe metabolic acidosis, it means too much acid in the body fluid. Okay, when there's too much acid in the body fluids, that is known as severe metabolic acidosis. And your next point is BUN, BUN. Does anyone know the full form? BUN.
Blood
And
urea nitrogen.
yes, and does anyone, what about the normal value?
$70 to 100
70 to 100.
mg per dl.
Okay, mg per dl. Okay, that's the correct answer. Next is blood urea nitrogen, and is normal value is 70 to 100 mg per dl. Okay, did everyone get that? And
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
okay, and bleeding diathesis. What does it mean, bleeding diathesis? Bleeding diathesis it means the tendency to bleed frequently or easily. Okay, not frequently but easily. Tendency to bleed easily. That is known as bleeding diathesis. And pericarditis. Okay, that is the end of acute renal failure. Okay, in acute renal failure, okay, indications of dialysis has indication in acute renal failure and in chronic renal failure. And in acute renal failure, you have severe fluid overload, refractory hypertension, uncontrolled hyperkalemia, nausea, vomiting, fever, and gastric. And then you have pericarditis, bleeding diathesis, severe metabolic acidosis, and blood urea, nitrogen. Okay. And in chronic renal failure, you'll have again, there'll be pericarditis. And again, I want someone else to answer me what does pericarditis means, just to see if you people know what it is. Wait, let me ask. Yes, Bhabok lang. Tell me what is pericarditis.
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot hear you. Can you speak louder?
Hello. Hello.
Faster, keep it fast. What does pericarditis mean?
Pericarditis is inflammation of the pericardium.
Yes, inflammation of the pericardium. Okay, so that's your first point. And your next point is again fluid overload. There's not much because it's point wise, and then most of the points are common in both acute and chronic. Some points are common. So again, you'll have fluid overload. You'll have pulmonary edema. Okay, and then again you'll have refractory to diuretic. What does pulmonary edema means? Yes, Riffen, tell me what does pulmonary
Don't know.
edema means? Riffen, tell me what does pulmonary edema means? Yes or no? Do you know or do you not know? Pulmonary edema. Yes, tell me what it is.
I know.
If you know, say I know. If you don't know, say you don't know, so I can keep on going. Do you know or do you not know?
I don't
Riffen?
know.
Yes, no?
I don't know.
I cannot hear you.
Ma'am, I don't know.
You know? Okay, leave it. I cannot hear you. Pulmonary edema means it is caused by excess fluid. Excess fluid where? In your? I guess some of you will know this. Pulmonary edema means excess fluid in.
Lungs, ma'am.
Excess fluid in.
Lungs.
Yes, excess fluid in the
Lungs.
lungs. Yes, okay. And then your next point will be accelerated hypertension. Accelerated hypertension. What does accelerated means? What does accelerated means? Accelerated means uncommon. Okay, it's uncommon. Hypertension, accelerated hypertension. So accelerated means uncommon, and it is a disease characterized by rapid and sudden increase of blood pressure over the baseline level that is untreated. Okay, that is accelerated hypertension. And then your next is progressive uremic. Wait, that's not it. Sorry, that's not. The next point will be bleeding tendency due to uremia. Bleeding tendency due to uremia. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes.
ma'am, can you speak little slower?
Am I too fast? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So in indications of dialysis, you have acute renal failure and chronic renal failure. And in acute renal failure, you have severe fluid overload, refractory hypertension, uncontrolled hyperkalemia, nausea, vomiting, gastric, fever, appetite, and then you'll have pericarditis. Next is bleeding diathesis. Next is severe metabolic acidosis. And next is burn urea nitrogen. That is in acute renal failure. And in chronic renal failure, you'll have pericarditis. And then you'll have fluid overload, pulmonary edema, refractory of diuretic, and then you'll have accelerated hypertension. Okay, and then your last is bleeding tendency due to uremia. That is indications of dialysis. And then did you get your syllabus?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay, I'll send you your syllabus today. I'll send you in the group. And so for indications of dialysis, that's it. If anyone has any question, can you ask? You can ask. Because these are point wise, everything you have to study in point wise. Most of the things will be taught point wise, so it's simple for you people. Yes, anyone, any question? Again, okay, everyone please unmute yourself. I want everyone to answer together.
No, ma'am.
Everyone please unmute
No, ma'am.
yourself.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. What does indication means? Answer me
Sign.
together. What does indication mean?
And
Ma'am,
sign.
sign information.
Okay, is a sign or information of the particular disease. And then what does acute mean?
Ma'am, serious.
Severe,
serious.
yeah, severe. And what does chronic mean? Everyone, I want everyone to unmute yourself, please. I want everyone to answer together. I don't want one person answering and the rest of you just listen. Everyone is to unmute yourself.
Ma'am, serious means
Okay. What does chronic means?
ma'am, serious.
Chronic is serious, and what is acute then?
Ma'am, chronic means not that much severe, ma'am. It can be cured.
Yeah. Yes. Acute is it's severe, but it's short term. Okay. I mean, sorry. Short term, and then in chronic, it's long term. Means it will last. It will stay long. Okay. And what was your first acute renal failure? What was your first point that I told you? What are they?
Severe fluid accumulation.
Severe fluid overload. Okay. What about the rest of you? Why is only Samuel answering? What's your first point? Everyone repeat.
Severe.
Okay, severe fluid overload. And then what's the next one?
Refractory hypertension.
Yes, refractory
Right.
hypertension. And then the next,
Uncontrollable hyperkalemia.
yes,
I control.
yes, uncontrolled hyperkalemia. Okay, and then next. Give me one more point, then that's fine. Just one more point.
And pericarditis.
Vomiting.
Yes, pericarditis. Okay. And again, give me another 4 points of in chronic renal failure. Give me 4 points at least.
Pericarditis.
Okay,
Fluid
pericarditis.
overload.
Fluid
Um,
overload. Okay.
Pulmonary edema.
Okay. One more.
Respiratory hypertension.
Pardon?
Accelerated hypertension.
Yes, accelerated hypertension. I think only Samuel is in the class. The rest of you are somewhere else. So that's it. And I'll send you your notes. I'll make your notes and I'll send it to you. And then the meaning of each word that you do not know, I want people to, look for it, search for the meaning, and then note it down in your notebook. So when you study, and if you're having online exams, you need to know each and everything, the meaning of each and every word, so it'll be simple for you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that, and Divyaji, please send me the attendance. I have 25 students. Oh no, wait, I have 24. I have 24 students, so please send me all the roll numbers. So, do you want to continue the class, or that will be it for today? I'll send you the notes later in the second half of the class. But whenever I'm having two class, I'll do one thing. Whenever I'm having two class, one second, I'll take your class in the morning and I'll give you notes in the afternoon. Okay? And then if
Okay,
you
ma'am.
people have any questions,
Okay, ma'am.
please always ask me, okay? So I'll end your class here. Thank you,
Okay, ma'am.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.